Hello, everybody. It's a Tuesday morning going on right now, as of 5 minutes ago. Christmas is going to be here in a couple more days, this Thursday to be exact. And I've been thinking this frame of thought for the past couple of years. In fact, more than 10 years to be exact. That's how long it's been since I left my home state of Michigan to move to Texas a month after the start of 2014, a decision I still consider my greatest. Now, I have to say this. I'm not too sure if I said it before. If I did, hey, it bears repeating because every Christmas time, whether it's back in Texas or here in Florida, it just feels kind of awkwardish. And the reason I say it's awkwardish is because when we think of Christmas time, we think of snow on the ground, people bundling up to protect themselves from the chilly weather, icicles hanging from gutters and rooftops of households and apartment complexes. We think of people building snowmen out on their front porches, on their front lawns of their households. We imagine people singing Christmas carols at the front of your place. But since Texas never really has any snow, and of course the same thing with here in Florida, it just feels kind of odd. Feels kind of different. And I'll go on the record and say that every Christmas time here in the two states that I mentioned feels exactly like that. However, in a huge, massive way, I don't miss the snow. Imagine yourself with no car for how many years, only able to get to where you need to go, whether it's work or an appointment, on a regular pedal bike, in freezing cold temperatures, wind chill factors, snow that's just about knee deep. The last 2 winters I spent in Michigan before leaving were exactly like that. When I still had my car, we had to be very, very careful of where we drove because of the threats of black ice, icy roads, cars slipping left and right, banging into one another. That happened a couple times to our old family vehicle when we were going to high school. Hell, I remember one evening when I was working some restaurant job at a hotel on Gratiot Avenue back in 1990. I remember Ace Frehley, rest in peace, was playing the Ritz in Roseville that night. It was a Saturday. I remember saying hi to him, getting an autograph, which unfortunately I do not have. Everything was left behind back in Michigan. Him and the singer from the opening act were there talking. I wanted to go. People were asking me if I was going to be there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to because of the bitter wind chill factor, the cold weather, and this was extremely cold. In fact, it was so cold that night that I wasn't able to get my car door open. Had to get me a bucket of hot water, spraying on the door handle in order to get it open. That's how freezing it was outside. And also, if you're ever take a shower and your hair is still wet, do yourself a favor and not go outside in those kind of conditions, because guarantee your hair will possibly freeze. It happened to me one time when I was interrupted after taking me a long, good shower. Had to get something from the store. I guess it was medication for my mom or dad. I got in the car, went to the convenience store, got what I had to get, and when I was coming home, I realized some of my hair was just about frozen. That was how cold it was around that time. Extremely cold. I remember many times when I didn't have my car, had to get where I needed to get to on my bike, I would almost get frostbitten fingers or frostbitten toes. And believe me, I did bundle up like crazy, without any doubt. I did. So in more ways than one, I do not miss the snow one bit. I mean, it's nice to look at. That's true. But to deal with it, that's a different story, folks. Very different story. And I mention this now as well because I've seen a couple of friends here in Florida talk about how chilly the weather is going to be getting since December started. And my response to them was the stories I just mentioned. So I'd like to know if you ever had any upsetting situations during winter time, whether it's trying to bundle up, try to keep warm, issues with your car starting and shit. If so, let me know in the comments below. I like to hear them. In the meantime, everybody enjoy your Tuesday that just started. Subscribe to my channel, hit that like button and notification bell. Have yourselves a good one.